What will you do to empower and to ensure that our young people are on the right track, knowing that 60% are under age 34?
Well, I'm not going to try and sound too cocky about it, but I feel like that's an easy job for me because I'm already encouraged by quite a few residents in the community that have encouraged what I've been doing in running for city council alone. Not just being an entrepreneur, owning my own math company, being proficient in math, but in the fact that I'm actually stepping up to take an even bigger leadership role than just sitting on a city commission. I'm actually looking to move our city forward and be a visionary for the future of San Bernardino. My running alone is inspiring a lot of our youth. Of course, being a school teacher and talking to our youth, I'm able to impart quite a few nuggets on things that they should do right now to set themselves up for a very bright future. That's the word I'm looking for. For a future that they can see a lot of growth and have a lot of potential to do a lot of great things as a result of it. So every time I knock on a door, whenever I'm greeted by a face that is about my age, maybe a little bit older, a little bit younger, they're always excited and happy to see that I'm running for city council. They recognize that we need some young leadership on our city council, because it's going to require a youthful attitude, not diminishing from our institutional knowledge being passed down from our current council members, particularly my mentor, Mr. Ricky Van Johnson, who's in my ward, so I'll be talking to him frequently. But not only that, but they like the hope that they see whenever they see a young man like myself, instead of seeing me shot and dead in the streets or in prison, as a lot of our African American brothers are in today's day.
Coming from the senior candidate on this panel, I have worked with a lot of youth. I have 4 children of my own, 2 that I gave birth to, and 2 that I adopted. So what I can say to that is I have to not just walk the walk, but I have to talk the talk. A lot of times we, as adults, we don't realize that the younger generation is listening to what we're saying. My kids can come back and tell me something I said when they was a baby. I'm like, really? I said that? No. But I probably did. But because that's what type of memory they have. But saying that is that we have to inspire our children. We have to not just talk about what we need to do. We can't just simply say you need to follow the laws, you need to drive this way, you need to do this, you need to get out and get a job. You have to do it yourself. I know that I looked at what my parents did and I followed what my parents did. I knew when I was growing up I had to work. My children knew when they were growing up they had to work. It's not as easy for the youth nowadays, but that comes from we have not just bearing 2 children, adopting 2 children so that way they would not be homeless, but being a youth advisor for 10 years and dealing with youth. You can talk to a lot of youth in the area and they can talk to you about how I have been a role model to them. Because I didn't just talk the talk, but I walked the walk. So we as adults, we have to change the message that we're sending. A lot of times my main focus is on safety. A lot of our children run around here thinking that they don't like the cops. The cops are this, the cops are that, the fire department, non-respect. Where did they get it from? They got it from us as adults, us as leaders. We have to change the message, we have to change the focus. We have to get them on the right track because they are our future. And if we don't train them and teach them what we know, then where will we be when we get old and they put us in a senior citizen home?
So I'm an educator, and I devoted my life to the youth. I do anything for my students, and I'm proud of that. From working with students in middle school, to working with students in high school, at the college level, university level, they're the center of my heart. I think 2 things we need to focus on: leadership with youth, and actually 3 things: leadership, civic engagement, and entrepreneurship. Number 1, leadership. I started chartered an Interact club, taught them how to be leaders, and then that club grew into a Rotaract club, which is currently at Cal State San Bernardino. They have 200 members now who do community service. It's amazing. The youth in this community, who ICUC is a perfect example, or SBGen now, United Nations of Consciousness, the youth can lead, they can teach us a lot of things. Have we asked them? Did we invite the youth here tonight? Did we forget about them? They can teach us a lot of things.
That's right.
When it comes to jobs, I respect the fact that we have entrepreneurs. I want to give them a building for $1 a year, and you go and create more jobs. $1 a year lease, because they'll come up with hundreds of jobs, because they're young, they have the energy. So once again, leadership, civic engagement, and business skills.